God, I thank you for everything.
Greetings and welcome, everyone. This is Maxwell A. Poetess. Welcome to Beyond the Surface, the podcast. Stay tuned every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Greetings, everyone. This is Maxwell A. Poetess, coming to you live from Kingston, New York. How is everyone doing today? Thanks and praise for life, Jah. Yes, that's our theme song by Brother Brimstone Cannabis. Check him out, Brother Brimstone, brimstonecannabis.com. You can find him on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Go look. Put him in Google, he'll pop up. Brimstone Cannabis. We just love his music. We love music that praises the Most High. That's our thing. So big up to Brother Brimstone, who's also our first endorser of our magazine, Plots Jamaican Magazine, the Jamaican American Diaspora. Yes, yes, yes. We'd also like to give a shout out to the daughter of Patriarch Bishop Malika Capo Reynolds, OD. Yes, the daughter of Capo, Christine Reynolds. Big ups to you, my sister. Big ups, sissy. Big ups. Yeah. So, people, what are you here to talk about, Maxwellette? Well, I hope you guys caught me on the Betty Love Show on TikTok yesterday. You didn't catch it? Oh, y'all gotta go check it out. Yeah. I was on Betty Love and we did a show of empowerment, about women empowerment. And, we talked about a little this, little that, But yeah, it was a great show. It was a great show. Great topic. Beautiful vibes. Love you, Betty. Nice, nice. Beautiful people. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, Max Renette, what is the show about today? Well. I want to talk about us, our men, our women, our children. I've been seeing so much, just like everybody else, I'm seeing a lot of posts and things, and I've been talking about it on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you want to go look. And it's it's like we left from the level of whether it's male bashing and female bashing, although that's still taking place. But I don't know if people haven't started noticing that the women are starting to really withdraw and keep to themselves. And there are quite a few men that are doing the same thing. Oh yeah. It's interesting, you know. And one of the things I brought up on the Betty Love show is that we need each other. I've seen so many posts talking about, oh, we don't need men. We don't need, to each his own. I think that's a bunch of mess, foolishness, pure foolishness. And I don't know why there are people and women that still feed that beast, because it's a lie. It is a lie. That's just like the men saying, oh, we don't need the women. Lies. All lies. Because if you don't need the men and you don't need the women, you don't need the children, then who's left? Who's left? Are you serious? Come on now. That's just a cop-out in my opinion. Why? Because there's work to be done. There are a lot of broken people. There are a lot of broken people. A lot of damaged people, a lot of warped people, a lot of traumatized people, a lot of people that are barely keeping their head above water. A lot of people who've just been through so much that they have become who and what they've become. And it's sad because it's a bunch of messed up, traumatized people. I, I don't know how many people that I know that are traumatized, and so many of them don't even know that they're traumatized. I don't know if that's good or bad, because everything has its pros and cons, But my thing is getting back to the heart of the matter, because in order to have the children, we have to have the man and the woman. That's why I don't understand. I don't over why, oh, we don't need our men and blah blah blah. And why? How do you think we got here? So you think that, I mean, this is not in the days of old, where women were able to reproduce without men. Those days been gone. That was way before our time. Okay, we can't exist without men. We can't even reproduce without our men. What are you talking about? So if the men are messed up, what? You can't. We listen, people. And I know you say, well, Maxwell, why do we always have to carry the burden? Listen, it's how we were designed. It is how the Most High created us. It's not necessarily, quote unquote, to carry a burden. The Most High made women more emotional, more with heart, more compassionate. So again, we were designed a certain way. Now, who else is gonna fix it? The men? Listen, no offense, men, and I love our men, but the men are not gonna be able to fix it. They're too easily led. They are, because men can be so easily tempted, especially by us as women. So yeah, they're not going to be the ones to do it. We as women have to do it. And how are we going to do this? How are we going to get things to fix? We have to start with ourselves. We have got to start with ourselves, people. I can't tell you how many people I've come across that are struggling with mental issues, poor mental health. And I know what that's like. I've been there. I was born in a family of total destruction and dysfunction, so I know it on both sides. So I know what that's like, and I'm glad that I can stand up and say today, whoo, man, what a ride that was. But it's not easy, and yet even now, I'm nicely up in my adulthood, and I still have issues, residuals, from my past, or past traumas, I should say. But I've learned how to deal with these things. And again, people asking me, and I remember Betty Love was like, well, Max, what solution do you have? Listen, people, I don't have any. The only magic, and I have this on my post, the only magic answer that I have, you're the magic. You and your connection to the Most High. So abracadabra and amen. Because that's what it is. I don't have, there's no secret answer. That's the answer. Love, the Most High. That's you. These are the answers. It may sound cliched. It may sound corny. Well, it is what it is. There's so many people talk about unity and empowerment and helping each other and helping your fellow man, loving thy neighbor, but it's just a bunch of BS, because they're not doing that. They're too busy faking it to make it. And back in the day, you say that you fake it till you make it, but you could break it, because you can keep faking till you become what you're faking. And that's not always positive. Okay? So again, we have to know who we are, know thyself. This is so important. important. You have to do the shadow work. Max, what's shadow work? That's that nasty stuff that you don't want to deal with. That's the truth. The stuff with the good, the bad, and the ugliness about who you are. Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, the stuff that many of us run and hide from, or think we at least think we are running and hiding from it. We have to deal with this. If you're a good person, I could thank you. Thank you. Please help somebody else. Help somebody else get it. Because it's I don't we've been so miseducated that we can do this alone. It's not true. It's a lie. It's all a lie. We're not supposed to do this alone, or so we wouldn't all be here. Hello. Think about that. Okay? So you look about, I look at today and yesterday, and they say don't look back, it's gone already, right? But the things that are still carrying on all over the world, right next door to us, right in your own home, there is so much war, there's so much death, there's so much killing. It's it's so heavy, you know. Life. People are having so many near-death experiences. People are just dying younger and younger and younger, you know? And so many of us take life for granted. It's one of the most precious things we could have. Next to the connection with the Most High and the love with the Most High. It really is. And don't wait until it's too late to make changes. Don't get me wrong, you can't fix everything. And there's some mistakes you may have made in life, people. And some may not agree with me, and that's fine. I'm not really here for anyone to agree or disagree. I'm just here to converse and to share, to check up some things, put a highlight. And again, these are my opinions, my experiences, my knowings. So I don't expect everybody to even listen and or agree. But if it resonates with you, then amen. But it's a sad, sad, sad world when humanity has forgotten how to be humane. Don't let things that you've done in your past, your past mistakes, and I know it can be hard because it depends on who you are, what's in your past. Some people have some really checkered past, that they've traveled, and their past it's caused damage. Like I know there's things that I've done in my past that have hurt individuals, especially loved ones. Of course, because we make mistakes. None of us are without that. Like he is without sin cast the first stone, right? So you have to expect that you're human, you're of the flesh, you'll make mistakes. So who am I? I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm too humble for that. My thing is, don't stop working on bettering yourself. Don't stop working on changing whatever's negative or toxic about you. It's not about that person or this person or da 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 da, because you really can't do anything for anybody. You have to do this for yourself. No one can't do this for you. You could live in the psychiatrist's office and on the psychiatrist's chair. You could live on medication. You could live on these things. It's not going to cure it. It just silences it for a moment. It renders it dormant. It does not dismantle or destroy it or resolve it, because sooner or later it's going to rear its ugly head again. We have got to find ways of communicating whether we agree to disagree, but communicating in love. Even if we're not in love with the person, you should be the love. Like you have people in relationships and you're wondering, treating each other like crap. There's no love there. Now, because if there's love there, that would not exist. And we all know when we're being loved and when we're not. You have people faking that they love each other, can't stand each other. You have people together for whatever reasons. My point is, no matter what your situation is, no matter what your scenario is, no matter what your background is, don't give up. Don't give up on you. Even if everyone else has, don't give up on yourself. You're needed. You're valuable. Even though you may not know that. Even though you may not even believe that. I'm telling you, that's facts. I've lived it. I'm living it. Because I can remember once upon a time when I couldn't even stand to look at my own face. I was that damaged. I was that traumatized. I was just that lost. And prayer is a beautiful thing. Since I've been able to talk, I've been praying. And I was able to talk at a very young age. But yeah, prayer is something that I just don't live without. The Most High is my best friend. Just like how I'm sitting here talking to you, I talk to the Most High, and maybe even more friendlier. It's all dependent on where I'm at, what I'm feeling at that moment. But the Most High is my best, best, best friend. Never lets me down, never forsakes me. You know what I mean? Even when mankind has. And that's, and it's not about religion, people. I'm not even talking about that because I'm not a religious person. I went down the religious road. I visited many, many different religions. They're just not my thing. My love is my religion. Yeah, that's my religion. I work with love because it works. Anything connected and of the Most High, it works. Now, it may not work overnight. It may not happen when we want it to. And sometimes during the wait, we get some casualties. Yeah. We're supposed to be lifting each other up through this. We're supposed to be holding each other's hands. We're supposed to be, listen, people say it's a dog eat dog world. Why are we up here eating dogs, yo? You should be my dog. I should be your dog. We should have each other's backs. Once upon a time when we were growing up, it took a village to raise a child. Our children were not allowed to get out of hand because the whole community raised the child or they raised the children. You couldn't walk down your block and try to do something foolish because we always had one person in the window call her the Daily News. But she was usually an older lady, still feisty, still strong, could grab you up real quick if she had to. But you couldn't be outside doing something foolish because you heard, hey, now I know that's not Miss Geraldine's son over there acting a fool. Or, hey, I know that's not little Tasha over there, Sophie's daughter. I know because you knew that elder was going to rat you out and you knew you was going to be in trouble. You knew that if that elder spoke to you, you better straighten up and fly right. Listen here, you could go outside and be doing the wrong thing and catch a beating real quick from somebody that wasn't even your mother or your father. It has gotten to the point where you can't even do that. Number one, you're going to jail. Number two, the parents may look to come after you and the family, even though the child is wrong. You know how many children, you know how many parents I have seen let their child do whatever because And even when the child is wrong, the child is right. I have 3 children do not talk to me to this day. Why? Because I don't play that. When you're wrong, you're wrong. You're right, you're right. That's what it is. Now, don't get me wrong. There's other reasons. I was a very strict parent. I was overly strict because I was so damaged and traumatized. I ran my house like a boot camp, literally. Like they were soldiers. Yeah, we were marching on to war. That's how I lived my life because I was always being attacked physically before I could physically defend myself. You know what I mean? And before I was able to defend myself physically, I started arming up spiritually. Yeah, I went through that process. So, again, we're sitting here, we're wondering why, this person treating this person. Man, let me tell you something. People have been through some things. People are going through some things. And one thing I learned, and it took me a while to learn, that the past is the past. You do not have to keep reliving it, even though you'll have people that will try to make you. And they can be victims. They can be people who can't stand you. They can be family, friend, foe. It doesn't matter. There'll be people that will try to make you relive that version of yourself. Don't you feed into the hype. Don't. Don't. Don't do it. Because you're so worth who you are and where you're trying to get to in life. And people ask me, and I remember Betty Love asked me, and like I said, I have no magic answers. The magic is in within. We were created with that magic. And the connection with the Most High. You can't fail with that. That's the remedy. That's it. That's what I got. That's what I do. I'm a praying fool. You hear me? Oh yeah. I don't play. I don't play. I'm a serious prayer. Because I know, I've seen personally, I have witnessed personally, not just how the Most High has touched and moved in other people's lives, but my own. Who feels it knows it. So I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to convert. I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm simply telling you what I do. When I get up in the morning, I get up with a smile on my face. When I go to bed at night, I go to bed with a smile on my face. And in between, no matter what's going on, good, bad, and or the ugly, trust when I tell you, I'm always talking to the Most High. I'm always reaching out to the Most High. Oh, I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to find something that's going to make me laugh and have joy. Because life is just too short to wind up when it's your time. All you can think about is how miserable you were. How hard life was. Yeah, nah, that's not me. No. Life is beautiful, people. Love is beautiful. We have got to work on each other. We have got to work on ourselves first. We can't keep getting mad at the kids and we're still a mess. Let me tell you something. I could be my kid's best friend if I would just do the wrong things. They're gonna have to be my enemies because I'm not doing that. I have missed out on a lot of quote unquote opportunities and situations and experiences in life because why? I chose to do the right thing instead of the wrong thing. And don't think everything it comes with a price. It does. People think that you have fun probably a lot more fun when you're doing the wrong things. Oh yeah, because the wrong things always come dressed up with a bow. And boy, do you have fun until time to pay the piper. No, I'm a little bit more seasoned in life. I choose the side of the Most High. That's where I am. That's who I work for. That's who I look to find favor with. Now, don't get me wrong. After the Most High is my King. Oh yeah, and then you know my family circle. But the Most High will always come first. Always come first. And I pray to the Most High to always have me exercise discernment and truth, morals, character, integrity. I pray to the Most High to always starve ego in my life. Yeah. And it's not always easy, people. It's not. And it's not always rewarding in the way you may think. And sad to say or not, a lot of times the more you helping people, the more you trying to work on yourself and better yourself, the more under attack you become. Oh, the irony. But you're worth it. You are worth every single effort. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I have my Zen music playing, and it's like this stuff is like has me just I feel so relaxed, like, and that's something I'm really into. I love music of all genres, but I'd say since 2015 until now, I have filtered a lot of the music that I listen to. And I really listen to a lot of binaural beats and Zen music and motivational things. And, I like stuff like that. Yeah. But, people, family, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. It's hard, but don't give up. If you're struggling, especially with mental health, please get help. Now, I'm not going to say what you do, what you should do. Listen, everybody, everything doesn't work for everybody. You have to find what works for you. But especially if you're a creative, you make sure you're putting that energy towards your creativity so that there's a way for it to come out. You don't keep that stuff bottled inside. It's like a cancer. Don't do it. Okay? Take my word on this. It's not a good thing to do. One of my biggest issues that I dealt with, and before I leave, I'm getting ready to wrap up. Before I not leave, but before I end the show, one of my biggest things before my mother passed, I thought my mother was going to ask me, don't smoke weed or and anything. My mother asked me one thing. One thing. She asked me to work on my temper. You see, a lot of people look at me and see me laughing and smiling, and I'm told I have a baby face, and people just take my kindness for weakness. You got to be careful of those who are very, 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 very kind, extra kind, because sometimes there's a reason why we're that kind. I know I can tell you the reason why I am so extra loving. One of the reasons why I'm so extra loving, and one of the reasons why I'm so extra kind, because I have a temper that is not favorable to the Most High. It's not. It's just not. And it took me a long time to be able to control my temper and not have my temper control me. Why? Because, again, I came from such dysfunction and lived a life where I was always being so battered and abused. Not physically, because after I left my family home. Once I left my mother and my father's surroundings, that abuse stopped. But of course, there was a whole kettle of other stuff going on. And then, you think, okay, I got away, I'm free, yay. And I'm going to live my best life. And that's not always the case because you may be free physically, but emotionally and psychologically, you still be dealing with stuff. And the stuff that you probably haven't even dealt with. And, I didn't start dealing with a lot of my issues until I was way older. And after I've lost everything in life, I had to stop and go, daggone it, cha-cha. This was not the way I wanted it to go. Ooh, 111. I'm into my numbers and my algorithms and stuff. And, I've been getting a lot of numbers popping up lately. They always do for me, but it's been happening quite often to the point that I have to actually stop and pay attention. That's how serious it is. Because it's not just like, okay, I'm sitting here looking at the clock and I see the numbers. It's popping up in conversations. It's popping up in and other. It's there. So, it's very obvious. But needless to say, here and there, getting off the topic. You know, Brimstone Big Cannabis has a song called Try Again, aka Never Quit. And I love that song. I love that song because he sings telling you not to give up. You try again because a winner never quits and a quitter will never win. Try again. Just try again. Yo, that song is, I feel that song. Because there's so many times in life I've wanted to give up. There's so many times in life where I had enough. There were so many times in life I was like, Lord, can't you just take me now? I'm tired, yo. Like, but the Most High said, nah, not yet. Not yet. I have a job for you to do. So, we need help. I know there's a program, a movement called Tap Into You movement. T as in Tom, A as in Apple, P as in Paul, the number 2, the letter U movement. Tap Into You movement. People, go look them up. Google, Facebook them. Tell them Max Winnett sent you. Dr. Anita Powell, Caprice Powell. You have Michelle Brown. They operate that. Tell them I sent you. Because they have such, especially the poets, they have such wonderful ways for you to deal with things, especially focusing on your mental wellness, your mental health, and the combination between that and poetry. It's deep. It's deep. It's deep. So check it out. Check them out. But I'm getting ready to wrap up and come up out of here. Listen, people. Brimstone Big Cannabis will be performing live at VP Records, Richie Innocent and Friends, Poetry, Echoes of Expression, September 27th. The tickets will be available on Eventbrite. You can buy them at the door. It's music, poetry, performances. People, you gotta go. You gotta check it out. You hear me? Brimstone will be live. Come on, people, now. Let's go. And they have a good array and slew of poets and singers. So, it's going to be something nice. Go over there and check them out. Like I said, tell them Max Winnett sent you. And October 4th in Florida, Brother Brimstone Big Cannabis also has a outdoor gospel fest. Imagine that. It's called Voices for a Change. Yes, it's a gospel fest. That's gonna be awesome. So if you're in Florida, please go on, check it out. If you're not, get your tickets. Head on down there and be a creative, supporting a creative. And also, Lasonda Barbie, we have Patriarch Bishop Malika Capo Reynolds, OG. Yes. His book is coming out called King, The Half Has Never Been Told, written by his daughter, Christine Reynolds, who's also the goddaughter of the late Roberta Flack. May they both rest in love. And while we're on that, as I wrap up the show, for those of us who've lost people, whether it was today, yesterday, last week, last month, last year, a couple years, anyone who's lost someone that they care about, my condolences to you. I lost a friend this year myself, kicking off January 8th. One of my dearest friends, Timmy Oki. Rest in love, Timmy. Rest in love, Tim. I missed her. I miss you, girl. I miss me some Timmy. You know, people, life is short. And people say, no, we get the time we're supposed to get. But when you it's short because when you wake up and your third eye is open and you see how much time may have already gone by, you don't have time to play around. You don't, because life is so short, it'll be gone within a blinking of an eye. So people, full joy your life right now. Right now. The past is the past and the future's not here yet. Right now. Create your joy. Find happiness. Let go of past hell. If you can mend and bridges, mend them. If you can mend fences, mend them. If you can't, it's okay. Pray for them and keep it pushing. But don't keep carrying these burdens, people. Don't. Because if we can't get ourselves together, how are we going to get each other together? It's like spitting in the wind. We're all in this thing called life together, remember? Namaste and one love. This is Maxwell A. Poetess. Stay tuned. We have some more stuff coming for you next week, Thursday. And some of these topics will get a little hot. So, yeah, whether it's hot on an intimate level or hot on a temperamental level, but it's going to be hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. You know I love you guys. Walk good. This is Maxwell A. Poetess. Thank you again for joining us on Beyond the Surface, the podcast. Tune in next Thursday as we discuss some things here, some things there, some things anywhere. Like I love to tell you, we're all in this thing called life together. Remember, namaste and one love.
I thank you for another day. Give thanks for life. Thank you, Most High. Thank you for another sunrise. You made me rise this morning.